All right, so hello everyone. This is Music Mukbang. My name is Zoe, and today we are talking to Hayden. Hello.
Hello, I'm Hayden. Nice to meet you.
So, happy New Music Friday. You just
Uh,
released a new single, Bleachers. How
I
does that
did.
feel? I know you were talking a little bit earlier about release and release day for you. How does it feel to have a new song out right now?
Um, Releasing music is always a bittersweet moment because it's suddenly no longer yours. And I feel like making music is constantly trying to live up to this potential in your head, like as an artist or maybe just a creative in general in any field, a movie director, an actor, like there's this thing in your head and your only job is to try to bring the thing in your head out into the real world.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah, release days are kind of the flipping point, the fulcrum of that relationship. It's like, okay, this has been in my head for a while. It's been mine. Now it's yours. I hope it does everything that I wanted it to do. And so I'm very happy with Bleachers. I love the song. I think it's really fun. And I hope that it just does that for people too.
Yeah. And are you the type of person that when you're on social media, will you be the one reading every comment, or you just kind of like wait a little bit and see like if you like just a general vibe?
Um, hmm. I'm an every comment kind of guy.
Hmm.
I'll check in on everything. I generally am pretty attentive to it, I would say. I'm definitely on my phone like a motherfucker, like all the
Yeah.
time. But I yeah, it's a mix because there are like so many platforms now that I'm like
Right.
having to religiously post on that between all platforms it becomes a lot to scan every single day. But
Yeah.
last night I did like mild scanning before going to bed, and then this morning before hopping on here I did some more vibe checks, I would say.
Okay. Sounds good. And then you mentioned earlier as well too that you kind of have a little ritual of when you release, you go live and you perform for people.
Yeah, I've been doing it man, since I dropped a song called Can't Hurt Me, which was like the first single on my first EP. And it
Hmm.
was my first viral moment. So I think as soon as people on the internet started knowing me, and it was always for like acoustic performance videos. I was going viral for those kind of things. So
Okay.
I would go on live and perform acoustically for people to try to just connect as if I was doing a little private show.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've done it every release night since then, which has been, I guess, oh, two EPs now. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a tradition.
Yeah, and I feel like that's such a nice way to like, obviously you can't be with every single fan as like the drop is happening, but that's like a nice way to bring everyone together, like little like
Yeah.
community.
It's
Um,
definitely self-sacrificing. It's like I am by default spending I don't see it this way, but my friends and stuff, they're like, oh, Hayden's working on his release night. Whereas some people are like throwing a big party or doing
uh-huh.
kind of something with their friends. It's like, sorry guys, I can't. I have to go live at 8 for an hour to perform for the fans and stuff. And so I hope I can keep doing it because I love doing it. It makes this very intangible thing, like music and social media, it makes it a little bit more tangible.
Hmm.
And more than anything, I just love playing live, like actually in person with people. And
Yeah.
so it's like it's the beta version of that.
Yeah, exactly. Like as close as you can get without specifically being in there. Um,
Yeah.
what do you have a favorite show that you've played live?
I think um my they're special for different reasons. My
Okay.
first headline show was absolutely mind-boggling because it was my first time meeting my fans in person.
Yeah.
When you like garner some kind of following and you open for other artists, like those people will come see you, but it's definitely the majority of the crowd is the headliners thing. So when I headlined, head headlined, is that the
Yeah.
past tense of
Yeah, I
headline?
think that's yeah.
Can't imagine any human on the planet has said headline in the past tense besides me. But yeah, when you do your headline shows, you're suddenly meeting like your group of fans for the first time. And so we sold
Yeah.
out New York show, we sold out an LA show, just my fans, and it was like teenage girls like crying and snotting on themselves and like reaching to grab me and catcalling me while I was on stage. And I like my shows to be experiences where I'll like stop a song halfway through and make a dumb joke with the full band, and then the full band and I will go back into the song. And so it's this
Right.
like whiplashy kind of experience. And
Yeah.
I'll go into the crowd multiple times during the set, perform in the crowd and stuff for people. And yeah, if my first headline show was like opening that door, and it was really special. Then my second headline show was like even more, it just felt even more special. Now the last two that I did was opening for my best friend MA
Mhm.
in New York and LA again, and those were just like fever dreams. Those shows, there were so many people that came for us.
Yeah.
And we integrated our sets together. So I came out during her set and did like a cover of Baby by Justin Bieber, just
Yeah.
messing around. And um, we started in full mosh pits in these theater rooms, like 900 people like
Yeah.
jumping and moshing. It was crazy. Really, really.
Yeah. That's so cool. And I feel like that's really nice too to have someone that is also in music that you're so close with that like you get to share a lot of those experiences of like performances and like you said, like performing together, like all that stuff. I feel
Yeah.
like
And
really,
we have similar like hot takes. We don't like the kind of shows where an artist just like gets up on stage, performs, and then gets off stage. It's like
yeah.
that's not what I came as a fan to see, because I can listen to your music at home and it'll sound better at home because I have a sound system or like headphones or something. So and live music is kind of the worst quality music that you'll hear now because the mixing sounds like shit half the time in these little rooms. Um, and so the reason you're going to see an artist perform is now to connect with them in person. It's not because it's high quality music listening.
Mhm.
It's just for the experience. So her and I, our shows are very experiential, which is fun.
Yeah. That does sound like a lot of fun. Do you
How many
have
times can
a
we say the word fun in this interview? Let's keep saying fun. I
let's
like
say like take a shot of water every time?